Caitlin Clark has taken important lesson after career-worst WNBA performance. Caitlin Clark understands that bad games are bound to happen in her career, explaining where her headspace was after a tough loss to the Golden State Valkyries. The Indiana Fever's matchup against the Valkyries marks the latest meeting between Clark and former Iowa teammate Kate Martin, now a star with the Valkyries. And though Clark was available to play, the Fever were without head coach Stephanie White and star DeWanna Bonner, both missing the game for various reasons. It was clear the Valkyries had a specific game plan for the superstar guard, limiting her to only 11 points on 3 of 14 shooting from the field, 0 of 7 from three-point land, to go along with 9 assists, 7 rebounds and 6 turnovers. Speaking to reporters during shoot-around, the 23-year-old remarked she is bound to have struggles every now and again. When asked about where her mental headspace was at following a rough game against the Valkyries, Clark said, "Well, I think it's just refreshing to get a little time to yourself and to, take a little time away from basketball and get better at things you want to get better at. But more than anything, having a year under your belt of playing in this league and understanding what this takes, I think, brings me a sense of confidence." The star guard also made it clear that chasing perfection would only be detrimental to her. And, it's a 44-game season. I'm not going to play perfect for 44 games. And I think that's where I really kind of struggled. Last year at times I held myself to such a level of perfection every single night that I wasn't really giving myself much grace. Clark also acknowledged she didn't play very well at Golden State, and rather than criticizing how she or her team played, the guard admitted it was a way for them to identify what needed to be worked on. "I think you have to look at it in the best possible manner you can," she continued. "And I think that's kind of where I've grown the most, is just allowing myself some grace and, knowing not every night is going to be perfect." Clark's 0 of 7 performance from beyond the arc marks the second time in her career she's failed to convert at least one three-pointer. After the game, Valkyries head coach Natalie Nakase explained what the team's defensive game plan was against Clark.